is strong enough.
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. And perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
What do you want? And?
Still alive, are ya? It'd better all be here. Finished, are ya?
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught luckier in all the realm. Oh, thing is, they're hard to come by. Had all
Only the big day is fast approaching.
that or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna stop by.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through I think I might make that my first port of call.
You're a good.
It's usually me making demands of her. If Joshua's worried about Jip. Joshua, I read your message. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Lawsman Harpocrates. I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons. His studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found, where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And
can walk from here. Lives on. Rest in peace. Better already.
I helped the garrison today.
Haven't seen any of those beastly blue eyes. Do be careful.
I will.
Run like the wind. Be safe.
It's a dangerous world out there. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Trouble with your gear, or Sangfordian, dear? It'd last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive. Go on, then. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone?
Someone at the back here. Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me, a silver...
Oh, or maybe not. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, near some gutted hovel. Most...
We'll see.
How do? Fare thee well.
Just because the heavens have gone to Rackaroon, it don't mean we have to.
How do? You've the look of a man who could do with a new
I'm looking for...
If that's the case, no one has seen. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll...
You're probably right.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours too.
Look, Daddy. Shining so brightly. Isn't it pretty?
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even a bandit won't.
Can I help you?
You wouldn't happen to sell
But if it's fancies you...
was a silver chocobo.
Oh, yes.
It wouldn't be the... A silver chocobo. Sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Fly, Ambrosia.
Tracks. We're not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be... It's all right. Just borrowing. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they...
It was no trouble at all. Clive, how'd you get...
Any luck?
Crystals, Quarren.
It's a...
Right there on the road.
Everything up there's been the empty cabin made for the perfect shelter.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. They'll find a new... After all. Anyway, and now all...
I didn't...
Like the... And that...
But it was so...
There. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to...
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is a...
Give him one back.
You can...
Say what you will. Lady Karen. This should times over to you.
Oh,
I need your... Joshua and I are looking for a place.
snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere... I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place. Both have similar climbs and the right elevation.
Right.
Did you
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Met.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, I recalled that she kept it so I...
tell us about his adventures in Ash?
I doubt it.
Ah,
How are you feeling?
well. Is...
Wrong? No.
Go on. Did you make...
We did. Aye. It's a good luck charm. I mean, a baby. Oh,
I thank...
If there's anything you need,
I will.
Fancy a swift.
I could be Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions. Stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many.
You may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Haven't seen any of those beastly blue eyes. Do be careful.
I will.
Let's go.
Faster!
Caution, brother.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there. You see them?
Flowers and our friends. What do you see, boy? Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
was harder than I... But found her. She'll love them.
It appears my work is done. Well, we wouldn't want another thunderstorm.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the Tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back.
You're right.
And we'll do it.
Clive. Take care.